Indianapolis, having a good time with the ladies, with the boys. École, pay for my Can you do something for me? Can you hit a little rich face for me? At 21, can you do something for me? Just one.
firing the puck all the way down the ice. On it for Mathieu Martin is Alexia Brun. Tried to pin it against the wall, but it's kicked free, and the Red Hawks will start out through the neutral zone. Here's Howes. Her pass through the slot area goes off a stick and wide of the Matthew Martin goal. Puck played up onto the near side. Green gets it, and Mathieu Martin will just chip it out down inside Rothesay territory. 11:25 to go here in period number 2. As Rothesay come in over the line, offside. 1:03 still to go in the Red Hawk power play. Face off just outside the Vedettes line. Again, championship game here in the NBIAA Provincial Girls High School Hockey Championships. Puck fired down the ice. On the attack, it's Rain Gilmore, my apologies, that was Madeleine Belliveau who was getting it back behind the Rothesay goal. Puck fired out in the neutral ice. Red Hawks chasing it down, but it's Mathieu Martin that come up with it, and Belliveau will fire it back into Rothesay territory. 35 seconds to go now in the man advantage in the power play. Pass up onto the far side. Rothesay now through the neutral zone. Lose control of the puck. It goes into the feet of the linesman. That allows Belliveau back in for Mathieu Martin. Trying to send the puck towards the goal, but Maddie McAuliffe will grab onto it, and she'll hang on. 20 seconds to go now in the power play. 10 minutes, 41 seconds to go here in period number 2. A 2-0 Vedette de Mathieu Martin lead here at the Uniplex Center in Dieppe, New Brunswick. The crowd on hand despite the weather outside. And I do believe it is a Mathieu Martin timeout. And that's exactly the case. The Vedette taking a 30-second timeout. So again, still 20 seconds to go in the power play. To Rothesay. 10:41 to go in the second period. Shots on goal again at this point. 9-6 favoring Mathieu Martin. And again, Mathieu Martin with the lead. Audrey Leblanc and Alexia Brun scoring for Mathieu Martin. Timeout done. Once again, face off to the right of the Rothesay goal. Mathieu Martin still short-handed. They win the draw. They'll fire it off the wall and get it down below the goal line. Here's Belliveau feeding it out in front. But the Rothesay goaltender got her paddle on it and was able to deflect it out in the neutral ice. In over the line now. This is Bennett. Bennett loses control of the puck in the slot area. Mathieu Martin will control. Played up onto the right side. Mathieu Martin unable to get it out. Team's back at 5 aside now. Here's LeBlanc for Mathieu Martin. Wraps it around the wall. Karina Colette getting it out into neutral ice. Down into Rothesay territory. Mathieu Martin on the attack. Played all the way back to the point. Isabelle Douaran trying to play it back to the point. That was broken up, and the Red Hawks will start back the other way through the neutral zone. They'll lose the puck just at the Mathieu Martin line. Isabelle Douaran wraps it around the wall. Karina Colette plays it off the wall out in the neutral ice. Nice play there by the defender for Rothesay. Mathieu Martin plays the puck all the way back into their own zone. Puck gets dumped into Rothesay territory, goes off the linesman. Mathieu Martin still on the attack. There's a pass through the slot area and goes right off the tip of the stick and just wide of the goal. That was off the stick of Isabelle Douaran going to the net. Puck right out in front of the slot. They score! Marissa Thibault gives the Vedette a 3-0 lead with 8:59 to go here in period number 2. 8:59 to go here in period number 2. Just waiting for them to post the official here. A little confusion on the side of the vedette. They're one short on the ice there. Now we're back at 5 each. And we're back underway. Mathieu Martin playing the puck inside the Rothesay line, but it's offside. And that'll be another stoppage in play. Marissa Thibault. As I mentioned, Audrey Leblanc and Maya Dunn with the assist at 8:59. Mathieu Martin firing it inside the Rothesay line. Playing it up along the wall. Rothesay will get it back out to neutral ice, but Mathieu Martin will dump it back in to Red Hawk territory. Red Hawks play it up over onto the far side. Sydney Bell. She'll just play it out in the neutral ice. Give chase. Bell tipped it over in front of the bench. Almost came up with it. Mathieu Martin was able to pick it up and fire it down into Red Hawk territory. Caitlin Woodlard wraps it around the wall. Comes over onto the near side. Mathieu Martin keeping it in. Body contact penalty here coming up to the Red Hawks. As it's going to be Addison Flynn going off. Took her man down just inside her own zone. So the Vedette de Mathieu Martin going back to the power play. Or going to the power play, I should say. With a 3-0 lead. And looking to extend that. Draw won by Rothesay. They'll fire it off the wall, and picking it up there for the Red Hawks is Fiona Boyd. Boyd will skate it into Mathieu Martin territory, loses the puck, and back the other way now come the Vedette. Alexia Brun trying to play it out in front of the goal. That was broken up. Red Hawks now controlled, trying to clear it out. That clearing attempt was broken up. Red Hawks will once again play it up the wall, but once again that's broken up. Pass out into the slot area. There's Thibault once again looking for another one. Had a couple of her shots blocked. There's a wrist shot from the point that doesn't get through. Puck down in the far corner. Mathieu Martin walking out. There's a shot trying to go high, short side, and that just missed the upper right-hand corner. Dwyer now with a wrist shot. That gets redirected into the corner. Red Hawks will pick it up. Clearing attempt hit the Red Hawks forward. There's a shot from Dwyer from the point. That missed the goal. Over on the far side. A couple of vedettes there to battle and come up with the free puck. Here's Dwyer on the near side. Plays it down into the corner. Back up to the point for Dwyer over to the far point. Dwyer gets the return pass. There's a wrist shot right on. They score! Once again, Marissa Thibault with the power play marker. It is 4-0 Mathieu Martin with 6:40 to go here in the second period. So far, it's been a very big afternoon for Marissa Thibault. Three-point afternoon, a couple of goals and an assist so far. Rothesay control. The neutral zone now, in over the line now come the Red Hawks. Ella Bennett, her shot goes wide. Bennett down below the goal line, trying to find some options, trying to play it towards the front of the goal. That was broken up. Firing it off the wall is Alexis Guérin. Plays it over onto the near side. Marie-Lou Pitre in. Backhand shot, and that's denied there by McCauley. Rothesay now through the neutral zone. Here's Bennett. Dishes off. Maltby lost control of the puck there deep in Mathieu Martin territory. Rothesay making a change, so it was a delayed offside at the Mathieu Martin line. 5:45 to go now here in period number 2. 4-0. Mathieu Martin leading. Here's Madeleine Béliveau down in the far corner. Plays it off the wall, back to the point for Myriam Leblanc. Back into the corner for Béliveau. Béliveau through the slot. And that's taken away by the Redhawks. Fiona Boyd. She gets knocked off the puck. Mathieu Martin comes up with it, plays it along the wall. Kept in momentarily by the Redhawks as the vedette will skate it out. Dwyeron pushes it towards herself into the near corner in Rothesay territory. Dwyeron still on the puck for Mathieu Martin. Waiting for some reinforcements. Dwyeron plays it back to the point for Adams. Rolling puck, and she wasn't able to handle that pass cleanly. Tried to feed it over to her defense partner, Jada Gauvin, but Rothesay was able to knock it out into the neutral zone. 4:45 to go now here in period number 2. LeBlanc for Mathieu Martin over the line. Has it knocked off her stick, and the Redhawks will start back the other way. Sydney Bell skating it up as far as the red line, has it knocked off her stick, but following up is Caitlin Woodlard. Puck fired over onto the far side of the ice, picked up there by Mathieu Martin. Audrey Leblanc gets the red line. She'll dump it down into Rothesay territory so that Mathieu Martin can make some changes. 4 minutes to go now here in period number 2. Mathieu Martin keeping the puck in over at the far point. They'll play the puck down behind the Rothesay goal. It comes over into the near corner. Mathieu Martin plays it out in front of the goal. That pass there coming off the stick of Alexia Brun. Loose puck pinching in from the point position was Marie-Lou Pitre. Plays it back to the point now for Dwyeron. She'll play it over onto the far side. There's a puck flicked into the slot area. Shot right on. And once again, it's underneath the pads momentarily. And finally, the referee blows the whistle. A couple of hacks and whacks there down to the left of the Rothesay goal. But nothing more will come of it. 3:24 now to go here in period number 2. 4-0. Mathieu Martin leads. Face off to the left of the Rothesay goal. Draw one. Here's LeBlanc. She takes a shot, goes off a stick, and it goes up over the goal. LeBlanc trying to play it back to the point. Now Rothesay through the neutral zone with numbers. There's a long pass and broken up there by Mathieu Martin. It was actually too far for the intended receiver. In over the line now come the vedette. Dwyeron knocks the stick out of the defender's hand. Puck is in the slot area. Shot right on. And once again, McAuliffe with another nice save, preventing Mathieu Martin from going up 5-0. Just under 3 minutes to go now here in period number 2. 2:54 to be precise. 14-6 now. Shots on goal favoring the vedette de Mathieu Martin. Draw one there by Mathieu Martin. LeBlanc keeps it just in at the line. Alexia Brun plays it down into the corner. Rothesay looking for the puck. They almost got a shot on goal, on their own goal there. Mathieu Martin controlling. Playing it out in front of the goal. That pass broken up. Mathieu Martin down low. Pass into the slot area. Shot gets redirected in front of the goal. Comes all the way back to the point. There's a wrist shot from LeBlanc. Sails wide of the Rothesay goal. Rebound cleared back out to the line, but kept in. Only momentarily, however, as Rothesay is able just to get it out across the line. Long pass across the ice through the neutral zone. Here's Sarah Walsh in over the line. She has it knocked off her stick. And that allows Mathieu Martin to come back the other way. Pitre will just play it down into Rothesay territory. Karina Collette up there looking for the loose puck for Mathieu Martin, but it's Rothesay getting it out into neutral ice. Price skates it in over the line. Howes will pick it up, trying to skate it in down deep. And it's Mathieu Martin now who come up with it. They'll play it around the wall onto the near side. Collette just plays it out into neutral ice. Rothesay will skate it back in over Mathieu Martin line. Pass into the slot area, broken up. LeBlanc now for Mathieu Martin. She'll start out up the right side, through the neutral zone, and in over the Rothesay line now. LeBlanc in, trying to get the shot off, and that goes off a stick of a Red Hawk defender and goes over into the far corner. Mathieu Martin, however, keeping it in. Under a minute to go now here in the second. Mathieu Martin keeping the puck down in deep. Rothesay trying to pin it against the wall. They'll actually spin it around the other way. Rothesay trying to get it out of their own zone, but Mathieu Martin very aggressive on the forecheck. But Rothesay now will skate it out through the neutral zone now. In over the line, this is Woodlard. Puck wrapped around onto the near side. Dump back towards the front of the goal. That was broken up. Puck bouncing around. Rothesay keeping it in, and actually, no, they do not, as the forward coming in off the bench was just outside the line when she picked up the puck and brought it back in. So a stoppage in play with 18.8 seconds to go here in period number 2. 4-0 is the lead for Mathieu Martin. 14-7 shots on goal. So Mathieu Martin shooting Rothesay 2-1 here in the late stages of the second period. Puck bouncing around down along into the near wall. Mathieu Martin battling for it down there. Rothesay will just play it back behind their own goal. As Mathieu Martin gets it out in front of the goal, nobody there for them. And the buzzer will sound, and that'll bring to an end the second period here as they'll head to the dressing room for a flood. So again, 4-0 is the score after 2 periods of play here as the Vedette de Mathieu Martin have a 4-0 lead, as I mentioned, over the Rothesay Redhawks here at the Uniplex Center in Dieppe on this Sunday afternoon. We'll come back, and again, apologies for getting here a little bit late. Again, the weather really wasn't all that cooperative out there. Even gave myself a little bit of extra time traveling from St. John here this afternoon, and the longest part of the drive was from Petty Kodiak into here, believe it or not. So that being said, again, 2 periods in the books here at the Uniplex Center in Dieppe, 4-0. The Vedette de Mathieu Martin with the lead over the Rothesay Redhawks, 14-7 shots on goal after 2 periods of play. We'll come back just before the start of the third period. We'll have a quick recap of the scoring summary, and we'll get ready for third period action here in the championship game of the 2023 NBIAA Girls Provincial Championships. You're watching it right here on AO.live. And once again, welcome back inside the Uniplex Center in Dieppe, New Brunswick, as third period action about to get underway here in the provincial championship game here at the NBIAA Provincial Championship Weekend Girls Division Championship game between the Vedettes de l'École Mathieu Martin and the Rothesay Redhawks. The Vedettes de Mathieu Martin with a 4-0 lead after 2 periods of play. It's a big afternoon for Marissa Thébault. 2 goals and an assist for a 3-point afternoon so far going into the third period. These two teams met in the round-robin portion of the tournament, and it was the Vedettes who came out on top 4-1, and right away off the draw here, there's going to be a Vedette power play just 6 seconds into the third period. It's going to be a body contact penalty going to Rachel Hull of the Rothesay Redhawks. So the Vedettes de Mathieu Martin going back to the power play. And don't forget our next, we have the boys championship game coming up at about 3:15 this afternoon, as it'll see the Matador de Mathieu Martin take on the Fredericton High Black Cats. The Black Cats defending their provincial championship title from last year after they defeated their crosstown rivals, Leo Hayes. So Fredericton High back in the provincial championship game once again for the boys division. That coming up a little bit later on this afternoon. As Mathieu Martin in over the line, puck bouncing towards the goal, and it ends up underneath the pads of Maddie McAulifley, and that'll result in a stoppage in play. Still 1:33 to go in the power play, 14:27 to go here in period number 3. Face-off is to the right of the Rothesay goal. Draw one there by the Vedettes. Waron trying to play it down low. That pass broken up, and the Redhawks will skate back the other way. Rolled off the stick of Caitlin Woolard. Guerin playing it back into Rothesay territory. Redhawks trying to find a lane to play it around. They'll just wrap it around the wall over onto the far side. Sophie Maltby gets it out into neutral ice. And she'll just play it onto the Mathieu Martin side of the red line. Beliveau hits the brakes. Plays it back. Plays it over for Pitra. Pitra in over the line. Her wrist shot blockered away there by McAulifley. Puck is wrapped around the wall. Kept in at the right point. LeBlanc trying to play it in deep. That was broken up, and the Redhawks get it out into neutral ice. 13:25 to go, and it's an offside at the Redhawks line as Pitra picked up the puck just a little too quickly. She picked it up behind her and put herself offside. We're going to bring the face-off all the way back outside the Vedettes line. The Vedette controlling. Jada Gauvin plays it up onto the near side. Richard, cross-ice pass for Colette. That was broken up. Colette plays it all the way back into her own zone. As Richard overskated the puck, trying to get towards the front of the goal, however, for the Redhawks, was Boyd, and that was denied. Richard pushing it down below the goal line in Rothesay territory. Puck gets played over onto the far side. Rothesay will play it back in behind their own goal. Richard trying to knock it back towards the front of the goal. Richard controlling now for Mathieu Martin. Team's back at even strength now with 12:35 to go here in period number 3. Mathieu Martin playing the puck out into the slot area. And Rothesay will come up with it. And skating through the neutral zone is Howes in over the line. Howes had 3 Mathieu Martin defenders all over her. Lost control of the puck, and that allowed Mathieu Martin to get it out in the neutral ice, but Rothesay right back the other way. There's a shot from Woolard. That goes off a skate and wide of the goal. Mathieu Martin will pick up the puck, and they'll skate it out through the neutral zone. This is Alexis Guérin. Guérin trying to play it towards the front of the goal. Puck is loose. Pitra is there, unable to get her stick on it. Richard pinching in from her point position to get the puck down low. Pitra into the slot area, redirected right on. And a nice grab there by Maddie McAuliffe. And she'll hang on for another stoppage and play with 11:44 to go here in period number 3. Scramble draw, and Rothesay plays it over to the wall, but there's a clearing attempt right through the slot area. There's a shot. Goes off a stick and up over the net. Mathieu Martin trying to play it back out in front of the goal, but that was broken up there by Rothesay. A couple of bodies go down to the ice. Puck stays down in deep. Mathieu Martin controls. Here's Miriam Leblanc into the near corner. LeBlanc gets bodied against the wall. No call. Dwaron gets tripped up in the slot area. Puck gets wrapped around onto the far side. Richard has it go between her feet. She's trying to get it back in deep. Rothesay, however, will get it out in the neutral ice. Sydney Bell plays it all the way down into Mathieu Martin territory. It's an icing call, and there is going to be a penalty here, I do believe. No. Referee had her hand up pretty quick there for the last change. I thought there was a delayed penalty after the icing there. 10:50 to go here in period number 3. Face off to the left of the Rothesay goal. Mathieu Martin controls. LeBlanc plays it down in behind the Rothesay goal. Pitra there to pick it up. Trying to throw it out in front of the goal blindly and went off the back of the net. There's Richard at the near point. She'll play it back behind the goal. Alexia Brun plays it back to the far point for LeBlanc. LeBlanc will just chop it back in behind the Rothesay goal. Pitra there. Plays it out in front of the goal. That was broken up there at the side of the Rothesay goal. Puck cleared away as far as the line, and LeBlanc will keep it in. Plays it down below the goal line. Pitra there for the Vedette. Plays it up onto the near side. Nobody there for Mathieu Martin. Pitra, however, picks it up and fires it back behind the goal. Rothesay able to get it out as far as the line. The puck stayed right in at the line, and Mathieu Martin is able to get it back into Rothesay territory. Under 10 to go here in the third period, 4-0. Mathieu Martin leading Rothesay. LeBlanc will chop it into the corner for Thibault. Thibault throws it out in front of the goal, and that goes off the side of the net. Rothesay picks it up, but Thibault on it once again for Mathieu Martin. Rothesay, however, will come up with it on the near side. Ella Bennett clears it out in the neutral ice. That was broken up and back the other way now. Come the Vedette. Maya Dunn plays it down behind the goal. Rothesay will play it up onto the far side. Rothesay turns it over in the corner. Dunn trying to play it out in front of the goal. Broken up. Rothesay will control. Skating dangerously out in front of their own goal, but fortunate for them, they were able to pick it up and get it out in the neutral ice. Rothesay looking for the change. They'll get a couple of fresh bodies out on the ice as Mathieu Martin will dump the puck back into Rothesay territory. Puck gets fired towards the goal. That goes off a leg, bounces up in the air, and Rothesay is able to get it out in the neutral ice. And on the attack now, Mathieu Martin. Beliveau has it knocked off her stick. Nice job there to keep it in at the line by Karine Robichaud. Howes now plays it back to her own defense partner. Rothesay skating dangerously in front of their own goal. Redhawks will play it out into neutral ice. With 8:15 to go now here in period number 3. Dwaron plays it back for Adams. Adams turns it over. Rothesay now in over the line. Rowan Price for Rothesay, trying to get it down in deep. Puck comes loose. Rothesay controlling the slot area. There's a backhand pass. That was intended for Addison Flynn, too far for her. And that allows Mathieu Martin to pick up the puck. Play it off the wall, and here's Pitre in over the line for Rothesay. Over Rothesay's line. There's a delayed penalty here coming up to Rothesay. As Pitre, going hard to the net, was knocked off stride, hooked off the puck. And that'll result in a Vedette power play. Caitlin Woolard, the guilty party, going off for Rothesay. Dwaron plays it over onto the far side. Puck played back over onto the near side. Here's Beliveau. We'll play it back to the point. Dwaron plays it over onto the far side. Back for Dwaron. Dwaron one-time wrist shot, and that just sailed wide of the goal. Beliveau picks up the rebound for the Vedette. On the near side, Dunn knocks it down. Trying to play it back to the point. Dwaron tries to play it in deep, does so. Pass towards the front of the goal, and that hot pass goes all the way past everyone, back to the far point. Dwaron picks it up. Plays it over onto the left point for Beliveau. Bellevau's wrist shot gets blocked, and Beliveau does a nice job of knocking the attacker off stride. Here's Dwaron into the slot. Shot right on, save McAuliffe. Rebound, bouncing around, they score! Alexis Guérin. I do believe is the one who scored, and there was a penalty right at the end of the play. As Marie-Lou Pitre is going off. And so the Red Hawks are going to go to the power play. I think trying to wait for the penalty to come off the Rothesay side, as it was a power play goal. And so we'll wait for the official announcement here. And actually it is Alexis Guérin, and assist going to Alexia Brun at the 6:43 mark. Puck's wrapped around the wall. Comes out into neutral ice. Mathieu Martin will fire it back. Down as far as the line, knocked down at the line. Pass across the ice for Mercer. Mercer plays it towards the middle of the ice for Bennett, and that pass was broken up, and that allows Mathieu Martin to fire the puck down the ice. 6 minutes to go now here in the third period. Rothesay now in over the Vedette line. There's a wrist shot right on, and that's steered aside. Back the other way now come the Vedette. Dwaron plays it down in below the goal line. Dwaron chasing it down for the Vedette. Got two Red Hawks all over her. Through the neutral zone now. Here's Price. Loses control. Guérin picks it up now for the Vedette, and will fire it down into Rothesay territory. So it was Marie-Lou Pitre going off for unsportsmanlike conduct, as the penalty was called right at after the goal was scored. Just 10 seconds remaining in her penalty, however. And under 5 minutes to go now here in period 3. There's a puck towards the front of the goal. Cleared away. Mathieu Martin trying to get it out. And that'll be picked up, knocked down at the line by Rothesay. Kept in. Team's back at 5 aside now. Pitra picks it up. She'll play it off the wall for herself into Rothesay territory. Pitra trying to drive the goal. Puck comes towards the front of the goal, goes off the skate of the defender, Sophia Skleski, in front of the goal, and that rolled right in onto McCauley, and so she grabbed onto it and hangs on. 4:26 to go now here in period number 3. 5-0. Les Vedettes de Mathieu Martin with the lead over the Rothesay Redhawks. 18-8 now, shots on goal at this point of the third period. Draw one there by Mathieu Martin. Richard trying to play it down into the corner. Bellevaux will chop it into the corner. Puck gets wrapped up onto the far side. Rothesay plays it out, gets knocked down at the line and kept in by Marie-Eve Adams. Puck into the slot area now. Shot right on, they score! Alexiane Richard makes it 6-0, Mathieu Martin over the Rothesay Redhawks. 4:07 to go in period number 3. So Isabelle Douana, Madeleine Béliveau with the assist. And this game has been all Mathieu Martin to this point of the game. Rothesay keeping it down deep into Mathieu Martin territory. Richard trying to wrap it around the wall. That gets knocked down, goes back behind the Mathieu Martin goal. Rothesay now onto the near side, below the goal line, trying to work their way towards the front of the goal, and then goaltender Mia Leblanc for Mathieu Martin grabbed onto it with the trapper, and she'll hang on. 3:38 to go now here in period 3. Big afternoon for Les Vedettes. Marissa Thibault, as I mentioned, with a couple of goals and an assist, a 3-point afternoon. Isabelle Douaron with a couple of points as well. So it's been all Mathieu Martin since the start of this game, as the Vedette will play it all the way down the ice, and this is going to go down for an icing call with 3 minutes, 25 seconds to go here in period number 3. Draw one by Rothesay. There's a shot that LeBlanc gets her stick on and steers it over into the corner. Guérin plays it out in the neutral ice for Mathieu Martin. Rothesay trying to play it back the other way. There's a pass for the intended receiver. Goes way in behind her. That allows Rothesay to come back the other way. Here's Skulski with a shot, and that just missed the far side. Puck gets cleared back to the point. Woolard unable to keep it in. Here's an opportunity now for LeBlanc. LeBlanc goes high, blocker side, and she scores. Seven to nothing. With 2:53 to go here in period number 3. And it looks like there's going to be an unsportsmanlike penalty here to Rothesay. And that's exactly what the case is. Fiona Boyd going off for 2 minutes or less. And so it is now 7-0. Mathieu Martin plays it down below the goal line, goes all the way over into the far corner. Again, Madeleine Leblanc with the goal, or excuse me, Audrey Leblanc with the goal. As there's a shot right on and grabbed on there by Maddie McAuliffe. Unassisted goal for Audrey Leblanc. 7-0. 2:35 to go here in period number 3. Face-off is to the left of the Rothesay goal. So again, our next game coming up at 3:30 should be a dandy. Mathieu Martin and Fredericton High in the boys championship game of the AAA division of the NBIAA Provincial Hockey Championships. Delayed penalty coming up here. And it looks like it's a head contact penalty. Rowan Price going off. And so it's going to be a 5-on-3 man advantage here now for the Vedette Mathieu Martin with 2:21 to go in period number 3. Waiting to put the penalty up on the scoreboard here. And it's a 4-minute double minor. And so this will pretty much run out the clock here for Mathieu Martin with the power play. Rothesay unable to clear the puck. Beliveau keeping it in at the left point. So wine and fire. Her slap shot goes off a leg wide of the goal. Mathieu Martin controls. Dominic Richard playing it out in front of the goal. It'll roll into the crease area. And once again, Maddie McAuliffe will grab onto it and hang on. So again, our next game coming up at about 3:30 this afternoon is the scheduled time for puck drop. Draw one there by Mathieu Martin, but it's skated out of the zone by Maltby. Maltby in over the Mathieu Martin line. He gets it all the way down into Mathieu Martin territory. And the Vedette will start back the other way. There's a pass intended for Colette offside at the Rothesay line as Brun brought it in over the line. But not before Garnack could get back in onside. Face-off will be in neutral ice just outside the Rothesay line with 1:36 to go here in period number 3. Draws one by Rothesay. They'll just play it up as far as the Matador line, or excuse me, the Vedette line. Matadors are coming up later this afternoon. Puck cleared up to the Rothesay line. Beliveau trying to pass it across, has it knocked off her stick and poked back towards the Mathieu Martin line. Here's Richard through the neutral zone. Richard in over the line. Richard dishing it back. Colette, wrist shot, redirected into the corner. Under a minute to go now here in the third. First penalty to Boyd is done. Back the other way now. Here's an opportunity. This is the Red Hawks skating it back down the other way, but a nice job there to get back was the quick skating Dominic Richard. Speaking of Richard, her pass was intended for Colette. Too far for her. Goes all the way off. It goes off the wall and all the way down into Rothesay territory. There's going to be no icing. They're going to let them play it out. Puck gets wrapped around the wall. 15 seconds to go now. Mathieu Martin controlling. There's a slap shot right on, and that's steered into the corner. Colette trying to play it back to the line. That was broken up. Rothesay will just skate it out in the neutral ice, and the buzzer will sound, and les Vedettes de l'École Mathieu Martin are the 2023 NBIAA Girls Provincial Champs. Congratulations to the coaching staff, Roger LeBlanc, the head coach, the assistant coaches, Mathieu LeBlanc, Maurice Richard, Isabelle Thériault, goaltender coach Philippe Bélanger, and the manager Julie LeBlanc. So congratulations to the vedettes de l'École Mathieu Martin, as they are the 2023 NBIAA Girls Provincial High School Champions. And congratulations also to the Rothesay Redhawks as well. You know, tremendous season on the year, 29-3-3 for the year, coming into the weekend and making it all the way to the championship final, but certainly doing battle against a very, very tough and skilled vedette team. Medal presentation coming up here in just a few moments. Quickly, though, however, we will recap the scoring summary of the game, and really it was all Mathieu Martin today. Alexia Brun, Isabelle Douaron, Madeleine Bellevaux opened the scoring with 6:58 to go in the opening period. And then it was Audrey Leblanc, Marie-Lou Pitre, Marissa Thibault with the assists to make it 2-0 with 3:24 remaining back in the first period. And it would be 2-0 for Les Vedettes after the first period. Just one goal to talk about two goals to talk about in the second period. It was the first of two on the afternoon for Marissa Thibault, Audrey Leblanc, and Maya Dunn with the assist, and it was a 3-0 for Les Vedettes de Mathieu Martin. Marissa Thibault with her second of the afternoon. Isabelle Douaron, Madeleine Bellevaux with the assist. That goal coming with 6:40 remaining in the second period, and it would be 4-0 for Mathieu Martin after 2 periods of play. In the third period, Alexis Guérin would make it 5-0. Alexia Brun with the assist with 6:44 to go in the third period. Isabelle Douaron would make it 6-0. Madeleine Bellevaux picking up the assist with 4:07 to go. And then with 2:53 remaining in the third period, Audrey Leblanc broke in all alone, went up over the blocker, and made it 7-0. And that was the final score here for Les Vedettes de l'École Mathieu Martin. Final shots on goal, 24-11 after 3 periods of play. So we're going to let the medal presentations play out, and we'll get you all set for our next game. Again, coming up at about 3:30, so about 45 minutes time. It'll be the Fredericton High School Black Cats taking on the Mathieu Martin Matadors. And so another team, the boys team from Mathieu Martin, looking to make it a clean sweep of provincial championship hockey here this weekend. But the Fredericton High Black Cats, always one of the top teams in the AAA boys division in the NBIAA High School Hockey League, looking to defend their championship from last year, which they won right here at the Uniplex Center in Dieppe. So we're going to proceed with the medal presentation, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about our next game coming up at 3:30 here this afternoon. So here is the medal presentation for the Rothesay Redhawks and Les Vedettes de l'École Mathieu Martin.
With the coach of the Red Hawks team, come forward to assist in presentation of the medals. Jenny Bell, Adele, the left team, Olivia Andrew, the left team as well. For the silver medal, from NBIAA Jones. Engineering, number 2, Ella Bennett. We go to our number 3, Alex Anderson. You know, number 4, Breeze Henry. Rothesay, number 5, Roland Price. Number 6, Adrian Woodley. You know, number 7, Sophie Bundy. Number 8, Sarah Walsh. Number 9, Piano Poole. Number 10, Evie Shopkowski. Number 11, Addison Flint. Number 12, Anna Mae Kelly. Number 14, Sophia Skolky. Number 15, New York Giants, Rachel Hall. Number 18, you're going to get Addison George. Number 19, going to get Sarah Evans. Over there in the program, Lucy Mercer. Over there in the program, Cindy Bell. Number 36, the number 1, Paige Howard. Number 1, the number 9, Bridget Pierce. Number 66, Madeline. Assistant coach, Mark Howell. Assistant coach, Steve Mulkey. Manager, Ellen Rowe. And assistant coach, Haley Todd. And now, to congratulate our champions from Matthew Martin Cadet. Et maintenant, en finissant le champion de l'École européenne de vedette, I would invite the head coach of the vedette to help present the medals on behalf of NBIAA.
And so there you have it. The medal presentation is all said and done. Again, congratulations to les vedettes de l'École Mathieu Martin, the 2023 NBIAA Provincial High School Hockey Champions. Again, they came out on top over the Rothesay Red Hawks by a score of 7-0. And it was all Mathieu Martin from the dropping of the puck back in the first period. And so our next game coming up here, as we mentioned, about 3:30 this afternoon, as the Vedette taking their victory lap around the ice here with the NBIAA Provincial banner. Our next game coming up at 3:30 this afternoon is going to be a dandy of a game for sure, as l'École Mathieu Martin, les Matadors de Mathieu Martin, are taking on the Fredericton High School Black Cats, the defending provincial high school champions from last season. And I was just looking at the Fredericton High School roster, and A lot of returning names from last year, so it's certainly going to be a dandy of a hockey game. These two teams played in the round robin, and they tied 2-2. So overtime didn't settle anything in the first game, the meeting in regulation in the round robin. And so they're going to put it all on the line in the championship game here this afternoon. As one of the greatest moments in sports, as you see the big team picture happening at center ice with the provincial championship banner. Just take a quick look at the regular seasons for the two teams of the game coming up. We'll talk a little bit about this probably, maybe 5-10 minutes or so before puck drop this afternoon. But Mathieu Martin playing in the Eastern Conference, playing 25 games on the season, a .920 win percentage, going 23-2-0 on the year for 69 points. And on the flip side, for the Fredericton Black Cats, they play over in the West Division, played a few less games on the season, just 18 games played. But again, a .907 win percentage. They went 16-2-0 on the year, and they play in a very tough division over in the West that has, basically three teams in the Fredericton area and the one team up in Edmundston with Cité des Jeunes. So Fredericton going 16-2-0 on the season, and certainly going to be an interesting battle coming up for the boys' championship. Coming up again in about a half hour's time. So we'll come back somewhere probably around 3:20, 3:25, and we'll talk a little bit more about the game before puck drop here this afternoon. So once again, congratulations to Les Vedettes de Mathieu Martin, the 2023 New Brunswick High School girls champions for the 2023 season after defeating Rothesay by a score of 7-0. So we'll be back in about a half hour's time. You've been watching NBIAA Provincial Championship Hockey right here on AO.Live.